What do you do when your father doesn't like your boyfriend, but you're love-struck by his person? What's the normal thing to do? Well, he's my dad, I'ma just take his advice and move on. But no. In this heartbreaking case, we see Ellen Friar doing more than just listening to her father. She goes further emotionlessly and calculatedly to plot her own father's death. So her father, Aaron Friar, moved from advising his daughter to being deceased. The case of Ellie Friar will take you down a dark path of love, deception, and unthinkable choices. Aaron Friar was a father of three girls aged 15, 11, and 8 years old. He was 50 years old and he lived at 517 Benson Street in Medford. Aaron lived separately from his wife because they were divorced, so the children spent time with both parents from time to time. He was a Christian and he went to church regularly. He was a conservative person and a protective and devout father. On October 2nd, 2017, a frantic morning unfolded at the Friars' residence. Aaron Friar's youngest daughters, ages 11 and 8, awoke to find their father gone and their 15-year-old sister, Ellie, missing. She woke up to her dad yelling and the sound of something crashing. At 5 o'clock in the morning, one of the detectives said. Later, she comes out to the living room and goes to the couch and puts her hand on the couch. And when she takes her hand away, it's bloody. She turns on the light and was shocked because there was blood everywhere. The bloodstains on the couch sparked terror, prompting her to call their father's girlfriend, Michelle Robinson, who swiftly alerted authorities. Upon arrival, officers interviewed the traumatized girls. The 11-year-old recounted waking up at 5 a.m. to her father's shouts and loud crashes, but didn't investigate immediately. Later, entering the dark living room, she felt wet fabric on the couch. Turning on the light revealed her hand covered in fresh blood, mirroring the couch's gruesome stains. Police launched an investigation into Aaron Friar's disappearance and Ellie's vanishing amidst a scene of unsettling mystery and bloodshed. During the investigation, detectives questioned the girls about potential witnesses or suspicious individuals in the house that morning. The 11-year-old mentioned hearing an additional voice, Gavin McFarlane, Ellen's 19-year-old boyfriend. Ellen's family disapproved of Gavin, viewing him as a harmful influence. Aaron Friar had described him as a bad seed to a friend. Since Ellen and Gavin started dating, her grades had declined and loved ones believed he hindered her progress. Aaron's disdain for Gavin was so strong that he forbade her daughter, Ellen, from continuing the relationship. Tensions escalated when Gavin made a 911 call, claiming Aaron threatened to kill him at his residence. This revelation deepened suspicions around Gavin's potential involvement in Aaron's disappearance and Ellen's vanishing. Investigating the tense dynamic between Gavin and the missing individuals, authorities eagerly sought him out. Shortly, Gavin was spotted with two companions, a 22-year-old friend, Russell Pierce Jones II, and surprisingly, Ellen Friar, who was thought to be missing. From the back of the police cruiser before detained at the station for questioning, Russell made cryptic comments about being the couple's protector. While the police and detectives put Jones in the interrogation room to observe his kind of person, maybe because of his mystified statement earlier, it becomes one of the most hilarious moments in the history of Oregon police investigation. He is seen talking to himself about so many things. It was like everything he thought of. He said it out loud while they watched from a camera facing him in another room. In his words, and this is not me pulling your legs, so we can do this the nice way, or we can do this the hard way, and I can release my bipolar. Let's make a deal. To her parent or parents, and I know I'm being recorded. You can keep that on there unless you're a nice cop, then I take it back. But if you're one of those two-timing donut-eating piece of crap that don't like rules, a high school bully with a badge, I'm sorry, buddy, but I eat high school bullies for breakfast. So, you want the whole story? Make a deal or I let out my bipolar. Your choice. During police questioning, Ellen Friar described her father Aaron as very controlling and abusive, citing verbal, emotional, and physical incidents. She alleged he would grab her throat and pin her against the wall when displeased. Ellen revealed she had planned to escape her abusive home that morning, arranging for Gavin and Russell to pick her up. However, Russell arrived armed with a machete, using it to attack the Aaron who was sleeping on the couch. "Russell Jones attacked my father," she said in a recorded police interview. "I guess my dad woke up and Jones attacked. As soon as I heard screaming, I ran." But her own version of the story is not adding up as the police suspect she's not telling the truth. This shocking twist turned the investigation's focus toward Gavin, Russell, and Ellie's involvement in Aaron's disappearance. Ellen claimed she was unaware of any plan to harm her father and fled upon hearing Aaron's screams. However, investigators doubted her story, citing a strong motive: freeing herself from Aaron's disapproval to continue her relationship with her disapproved boyfriend, Gavin. Ellie's credibility was further undermined by initial lies about her name, age, and grade level during the police interview. When confronted with Ellie's account, Russell Jones said something totally different from her narrative. He admitted to the attack but implicated Gavin, alleging he used a baseball bat, not a machete. Russell recounted, "Gavin enters the living room, beats the guy mercilessly. I walk in, see the lifeless body." This conflicting testimony raised suspicions about Ellie's involvement and potential collusion with Gavin and Russell. Gavin's friends portrayed him as fiercely devoted, willing to go to extreme lengths for those he loved. Sylvia Delsman described him as loyal and ride or die, willing to support any outrageous plan. As the investigation continues, Russell, despite claiming arrival after Aaron's death, admitted helping Gavin dispose of the body. Together, they wrapped Aaron in tarpaulin, loaded him into the trunk of Friar's car, and then drove to a remote site and discarded the body and baseball bat. Russell implicated Ellen, stating she assisted in disposing of her father's body. Allegedly, she threw the baseball bat at the dump site, further entangling her in the crime. This testimony reinforced suspicions about Ellen's involvement and potential complicity in her father's murder. Following Russell's revelation, he led detectives to the dump site, where they discovered Aaron Friar's remains, verifying part of his testimony. The autopsy confirmed blunt force trauma, consistent with a baseball bat attack, and no signs of machete wounds. Russell's cooperation contrasted with his disturbing nonchalance about participating in the brutal murder. Detective Bill Ford noted, "Russell showed no emotion, no remorse. It was just a factual account like any ordinary day." This unsettling response raised concerns about Russell's moral compass and potential culpability. A medical examination found Aaron Friar died of blunt force trauma, lending credibility to Jones' version of events over Ellen Friar's. Upon learning of the body's discovery and Russell's testimony, Gavin McFarlane confessed to the murder. He claimed his motive was protecting Ellen from her father's abuse, revealing she was pregnant and had shared her suffering with him. "I was just trying to protect Ellie," McFarlane said in a taped police interview. "That's what set me off. I was just really angry at that moment. The anger had just been building up because of the things that Ellen had been telling me." Gavin's testimony corroborated Russell's account, confirming Aaron's murder with a baseball bat. He even reenacted the fatal beating. All three narratives agreed. Aaron was sleeping on the couch when attacked, unable to defend himself. However, investigators disproved Gavin's claim about Ellen's pregnancy. Medical tests revealed no pregnancy or recent miscarriage, raising questions about Gavin's truthfulness or Ellen's deception. Further investigation cleared Ellen allegations of abuse by her father, finding no evidence of physical or emotional harm. Her younger sisters reported no incidents of abuse. This evidence undermined Gavin's justification for the murder, casting doubt on his motivations and potential manipulation. Gavin alleged Ellen conceived the murder plan, instructing him, "Go out in the front room, take him out, and text me when it's done." He further said that Ellen didn't want to witness the act. According to the Jackson County District Attorney's Office, McFarlane hit Aaron Friar multiple times with a baseball bat, killing him. This stunning twist raised questions about Ellen's involvement and potential manipulation. Was she a victim or a mastermind? Russell Jones received a 15-year sentence for conspiracy to commit murder after admitting to helping dispose of Aaron Friar's body. Gavin McFarlane, the primary perpetrator, was sentenced to life for murder and statutory rape due to his illicit relationship with underage Ellen. He's eligible for parole in 2043. Ellen Friar, who conspired with Gavin, received a 25-year sentence for conspiracy to commit murder. She'll be eligible for parole in 2041, at age 39. At her sentencing, Ellen Friar addressed the court with a heartfelt letter. She expressed regret and shared her transformation through faith, stating, "I'm not the same scared little girl. I've gained compassion and a new perspective." Friar's attorney, Alyssa Bartholomew, argued that Ellen was manipulated by her older boyfriend and suffered years of emotional and sexual abuse from her father. However, these claims remained unproven due to the case's plea deal. Bartholomew portrayed Ellen as an intelligent and remarkable young woman who made a grave mistake, deserving of a chance to learn and grow. In contrast, Aaron Friar's girlfriend, Michelle Robinson, condemned Ellen's actions, insisting, "Aaron was a great dad. She had countless options, including running away." Robinson's words hung heavy in the courtroom, each one adding layers to the tangled web of Ellie's story. Her words showed the complexity of a case where innocence and guilt seemed to blur, where questions of love, loyalty, and betrayal clashed with bitter accusations. In that moment, her words captured the deep controversy that would follow Ellie's name, leaving everyone in the room wondering what truly lay behind her actions. The heartbreaking truth remains. Ellie's younger sisters will grow up bearing the weight of that fateful night, knowing that, as they slept peacefully nearby, their father's life was stolen in an act of unimaginable violence. As we come to the end of this tragic story, we're left grappling with profound questions about love, influence, and the blurred lines of innocence and guilt. Ellen Friar's story is one of tragic decisions and chilling consequences. A young girl, a forbidden love, and a father who tried to protect her, all caught in a web that spiraled into darkness. This case holds up a mirror to the complexity of human relationships and the dangerous depths of manipulation and control. It raises questions about how far someone might go when they feel trapped or desperate, and it forces us to wonder, what might any of us be capable of under such intense pressures? Could love, unchecked, truly drive someone to destroy the ones they should cherish? Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Do you believe Ellen was a victim of influence, or was she far more involved than she let on? What warning signs, if any, should we look for in our relationships to avoid similar tragedy? And when does love become a reason or an excuse for such unforgivable actions? If you were intrigued by this story, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more episodes where we dig deep into the minds and motives behind real-life mysteries. We have so many stories left to uncover together. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and remember, sometimes those closest to us are the hardest to truly know.